Back about 3 years ago, I went to a Dallas coin shop where I made quite a bit of profit picking through the world coins. Well, this time, I went back to that same shop. Hi friends, Woohoo here once again with yet another world coin hunt. As I mentioned in the brief intro, 3 years ago I went to a Dallas coin shop and made a big profit off some world coins I had found in there. And just a few weeks ago I went back to that same shop and dug around in their world coins. There were a whole bunch of them and got all of this. Now, they charged $6 for $1. I wound up with $7 worth of coins. So what do you say we dump this out and let's see if I made any profit or how much profit I made, because I'm seeing in here some stuff that still can be used as money even now. There's 20 British pence from 2012. There's 50 yen. What is that? Heisei year 3, 1991. A Singaporean dollar, a couple of euro coins. So I figure what I'll do is, oh, there's another 50 yen coin right there from the Showa era, 1976, I believe. I'm going to go ahead and just quickly sort through all of this. I'll be right back and I'll lay out everything and I'll show you what I got. Okay, so here's the whole array of coins that were in that bag that I showed you a few moments ago. On the left-hand side of your screen is all the coins in here that can still be used as legal tender currency in their country of issue. And on the other side over here are coins that are types that I did not have before, but have since been demonetized. This one is kind of in a weird middle ground because it's a Canadian penny. But as you can see right there, look at that, 1932, King George V. I don't have very many of these, but 1932 was a year that I previously didn't have, so I thought to pick it up. So I'm just going to go ahead and, whoops, excuse the wobbly camera there. I'm going to set this down right here and show you. I actually put these three coins at the very top for a very specific reason. And we'll go over these one by one. Let me just punch in a little bit so you can get a little view, better view here. 20 kroner from 1990 featuring Queen Margrethe II. And what do we have here? This is a total of 15 Israeli shekels. New shekels, that is, which means they can still be used over there to this day. And I bring these up because these are the three highest face value coins that I found while hunting. The 20 kroner is about $3.12. The 5 new shekels is about $1.63, and the 10 new shekels is about $3.25. So when you take into account that I paid $7 for all the rest of the coins that you saw back there, these three by themselves essentially paid for everything else that you see back there. So everything that you see, at least in this part of the screen right there, is pretty much profit. So I'm going to set that down over there and I'll show you what else I picked up. I showed you the 250 yen coins in the introduction. There was also a 100 yen coin that I found in there. So 200 yen in total, which is about $1.30 roughly nowadays. So $1.30 there. I showed you the 20 pence a little while ago. Here is money from Singapore, $2.50. This is a 50-cent coin that I don't think I have. This is, I know they came out with updated designs. I want to say in 2013, as you can see right here, this is 2014. So that's a new edition. Not only a new edition type-wise, but also a new denomination. Actually, I did have a 50-cent coin. What am I talking about? I did have these as well. Probably from these very same years. The designs are the same, but I know the Singaporean dollar trades fairly close to the US dollar, so I decided to pick these up. So $2.50 from Singapore, which was also a pretty good profit because each of these is 78 cents, so we'll call that $1.50 plus another 50 cents to go along with that. We'll call that like another 35 cents. So, I mean, I made about $2 right there. Here is a Brazilian 50 centavos coin from 2015, and that also has some decent face value as well. I think from here on out, I'm just going to put the face values on the screen just so that you can see just how much I've made off of all that. Here's another Canadian quarter. We have the double date right here, celebrating Queen Elizabeth's Golden Jubilee, 50th year on the throne. It's a type I had already, but hey, I like Canadian quarters, and I picked one up. Right here, 3 20 cent coins, so 60 cents in total. France, Italy, and this one was most exciting to me, Greece. Now, these two I already have, but I did not have a Greek 20 cent coin before, so that was nice to see. So I'll put those over there. We have good old 501 from South Korea, 2006, so that's about 35 cents, I want to say. The exchange rates are, of course, as of the date the video was edited, but I'm relying on Numista listings to help me figure out how much each of these are worth. We have here Bolivia, which is a country I don't see very many coins from, so I definitely did not have these previously in my collection. Both from 2001, 50 centavos on the right and 5 bolivianos on the left. These are still currently circulating even today, and they have a face value of, in total, about 81 cents. So that's not bad at all, if you ask me. And here we have Swiss 1983 5 Rappen. So about a nickel. The Swiss franc trades very close with the US dollar. I have the copper nickel version of this coin, but not this brass-colored 5 Rappen. So that's a new type for my collection as well. Right here in the middle here are 15 Indian rupees. Now, I have this one already, the 5 rupees with the security edge, but I do not have a bimetallic 10 rupees coin. This one has clearly seen some heavy circulation. The date is actually quite worn. The strike was quite weak on these historically, but I believe that's a 2011. So 15 Indian rupees right there. And let's see what else. Oh, this is another type that I did not previously have. 2 Nuevos Soles from Peru, 2002. This is one of the denominations I did not have. I have some of the other denominations of this series, but this also had a pretty decent face value for a coin, about 70-odd cents if I remember correctly. Let's see. More South American coins, 50 pesos, 1986. República de Chile with Bernardo O'Higgins. This one is also legal tender. And that's a nice little design. I have the 100 peso of this kind of composition, but I did not have the 50. This, the Right Excellent Norman Manley, National Hero of Jamaica, $5 from 1996. Not a huge face value on this one, but it was a denomination that I did not previously have, so I went for it. And it has a decent face value behind it as well, if I'm not mistaken. We have here 15 tenge from Kazakhstan, which is not a country I see very many coins from, both more recent additions, 2012 and 2017. They're not worth very, very much, just a couple of cents, but it's a country and denomination I did not have previously. And here we have 1 and 2 rand from South Africa. So I have previous iterations of the 1 rand coin that were a lot larger than the one you see here, but 3 rand in total. So more denominations that I did not have before. And I could justify it because I'd already made all that profit. Now, this looks like just an ordinary 5-cent Australian coin, but when I turn this over, look at this. This celebrates 50 years of decimalized currency. We see 2016. There's Queen Elizabeth II's portrait just up there. But we have the pattern of the old pre-decimal Australian penny on this denomination with the kangaroo, which I think is a really nifty way to commemorate previous currency. So that was really neat. This is a set that I've been very curious about, but haven't been able to find any of the denominations. So this is the first one that I found there. It's still legal tender at 5 Australian cents, which is a couple of pennies over here in the US still, but hey, I figure I picked it up all the same. So that is all those are all the face value stuff that you can still use in their respective countries. Now, we'll move on to the stuff over here that has been demonetized or supplanted by other currencies, or just straight up taken out of circulation. I showed you this Canadian penny already, so we'll set that over there. And we'll start over here with this. This is 5 kuna from Croatia from 2003. Croatia replaced its kuna with the euro in 2023. This coin at the time of the changeover was about, how much was this? It's close to a euro if I remember correctly. I'll have the actual conversion in a little annotation right there. You can't exchange coins anymore, but banknotes can still be exchanged for euros. These are a couple of 5 and 10 peso coins from Argentina. I really like the sun pattern on Argentinian coins, and whenever I see one, I have to snap it up. So I just happened this time to find 2 of them. These are old Argentinian pesos, so you can't spend these anymore. This was an interesting addition here. Rhodesia, 1964, 20 cents, which was 2 shillings. They were making the switch from pre-decimal currency to decimal currency as they were following the pattern of the British pound. So they were putting both denominations on the coin for a little while. Here's another currency that got replaced by the euro, the Slovenian tolar. Here's 10 tolar from 2000. This coin, I believe, was worth about 25 or 26 euro cents at the time of the changeover. And here we have 2 drachmae with the owl from Greece in 1973. And for being over 50 years old, the detail on this coin is still something else. So that's a very nice addition in my book. We have here Zambia, 1966. 6 pence. I didn't even know they used pre-decimal currency back then. There's a D right there. Could that be 6D as in 6 pence, or is that D for Denver Mint? More investigation required, but another variant I did not have. Another denomination, country, coin in general I did not have. Here's 1,000 sucres featuring Eugenio Espejo from Ecuador, 1996. I have another 1,000 sucre coin that did not look like this, but it was also bimetallic, so it was an interesting type, so I decided to pick it up. This one right here with a bunch of grapes and the number 50 on it. This is 50 mils from Cyprus, which would actually be 5 cents, because mils were 1,000th of a Cypriot pound at the time, 1972, by the way. This one's interesting. 1 Yeni Turk Lirası. This is 1 new Turkish lira from 2008. But this is over now. The Turkish lira, of course, is still in circulation, but these particular coins were demonetized, as I learned about, because they were too similar in size and color to the 2 euro coins, and these, of course, are worth far less. So they withdrew these from circulation, reversed the coloring of the rings, and made a new 1 lira coin. The same applied to the 50 kurush coin of that time period as well, getting confused with the 1 euro coin. So this is a unique little period of Turkish currency. So I had to pick one up. And the last 2 coins here, this one was scalloped from what I found out is South Vietnam, 5 dong, 1966. This is a neat little coin I didn't have already. And then finally, to wrap it all off, 5 francs, 1986 from Luxembourg. You saw in my other video, I picked up a 10 franc coin from Luxembourg, and this was just to add to that set with Grand Duke Jean. Well, there we have it. It was a very profitable return to this particular Dallas coin shop. I know I enjoyed looking through all of those world coins, and as you can see, I added a whole bunch to my collection that I didn't have before, and I think that's really what makes world coins so exciting to look through. You never see the same thing twice. Well, you see a lot of the same thing twice, but as far as what you buy, it almost feels like you never buy the same thing twice, unless you're me and you just pick up yen, euros whenever you can scoop them up, because that's just what you do. Anyway, hope that brought some enjoyment to you as you watch this, and I'll see you next time when I've got another world coin hunt for you to have a look at. See you soon.